An investigation is underway after a video was posted on social media of a truck driver doing burnouts on an LGBTQ+ street mural.
The mural here at the corner of 10th Street and 4th Avenue appears to have tire marks that were left behind after a truck was doing burnouts on the crosswalk last night. Now that was actually caught on video. And take a look at this.
The artist's intent for the jewel is that the jewel is made up of many facets, shapes, sizes, textures, and they all come together as one resilient piece of the community, and that's what we are.
The Huntington Police Department says they are aware of the video and they are investigating the incident.
So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I'm making an assumption here, but I'm going to assume most of you will know it's Pride Month. Did the rainbow flags you see out and about remind you of that? Most likely. But we not only see flags absolutely everywhere when it comes to the month of June, as we go further and further into the future, we're starting to see more and more Pride murals on the road, for example. Apparently everything else that goes on wasn't enough, so we need to see the rainbow whilst we're driving or crossing the road. Yes, what an eyesore. However, it does seem like there are some people out there who aren't, well, let's just say, too much of a fan of seeing these rainbows on the road whilst they're driving, walking, whatever it may be. I tell you now, for me personally, when I see them pop up, I get jealous of Stevie Wonder more and more. But because there's people out there... Oh boy. I shouldn't have said that. But because there's people out there who really don't like to see this stuff, we are seeing them getting vandalized. Now, I don't condone vandalism, but when you shove something into people's faces 24/7 and you push it so hard to the extreme, this is what you're gonna get. And in this video, you're gonna see the double standards with how people get treated when they vandalize a Pride mural compared to, I don't know, when they graffiti a US monument, a US statue. It's actually pretty insane. But our first story is coming out of Spokane, Washington, where a Pride crosswalk has been vandalized multiple times. This is what they decided to spend money on. How stunning, how brave. In May, the mural was set on fire and a fundraiser was held to raise money for the reconstruction. The Spokane Police Department reported there was a group that dumped liquid on the mural before setting it ablaze. That was caught on surveillance as per the news outlet. In March, Washington Governor Jay Inslee signed legislation to redefine the state's hate crime statutes to include the defacement of property, now considered a felony and punishable by up to 5 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. And the update was due to the original bill created in October 2023 in response to the vandalism of LGBTQ+ landmarks in Spokane. On Thursday, June 6th, a day after the incident, the updated law went into effect. You know what I find hilarious is these people will create new laws or add stricter laws because somebody vandalized an LGBTQ+ monument, right? But when it comes to the left, and when they're vandalizing things at a frequent rate because of whatever virtue signals flavor of the month, nothing happens. BLM marches, for example, looting, vandalism, oh wait, sorry, I forgot. To them, those are peaceful protests. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, here are the city leaders talking about this situation, and you're going to see them breaking down. Take a watch.
We need your help.
And so let me apologize for anything the church has ever done that might contribute to the hate we are currently seeing.
Also, sadness.
These are my fellow citizens that live here. I know it was called vandalism, but it was hate.
It's how we show up for each other in our families, in our homes, in our communities, in our neighborhoods. We got to show people some love.
Spokane city leaders are sounding the alarm about hate in the city after that Pride crosswalk in downtown was set on fire Thursday morning. Thank you for joining us here on KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Whitney Ward. The day after a group of people set fire to that Pride crosswalk in downtown Spokane, dozens of city leaders came together to show their support for the LGBTQ community.
It was just spray painting. Now it's flammable. So the violence is escalating.
You know, I've never seen someone get so emotional over something like this. I almost feel bad for laughing, but with this video, it does seem like they're more concerned and upset with somebody vandalizing a Pride crosswalk than criminals out there doing the really, really bad things. Just imagine if they used the same sort of energy. Things would look very different, wouldn't they? But they did repaint the mural. Yes, they got their mural back, but not so long afterwards, it was vandalized once again. The Daily Mirror report, 3 Washington teens are facing 10 years in jail after making skid marks on LGBT Rainbow Road mural while riding e-scooters. 19-year-old Ruslan and 2 unnamed minors were arrested on Wednesday for first-degree malicious mischief after vandalizing the Rainbow Pride mural that sits in front of Riverfront Park located in Spokane, Washington. Turco appeared in court on Thursday alongside legal counsel. Prosecutors requested a $15,000 bond that would cover the approximate cost of repainting the mural. The teen was later released on his own recognizance on the condition that he does not return to the crosswalk or other suspects. But we're going to be taking a look at the hypocrisy with this headline here. Washington teens face 10 years in prison for scooter tracks on a Pride mural, but DC police make no arrest for anti-American vandalism of US monuments. Now this article is referring to the pro-Palestine march that took place outside of the White House where there was smoke bombs let off, etc, etc. And on your screen you can see that graffiti has been sprayed all over this US statue. Now this isn't the first time we've seen something like this, and it not only happens in America but it happens in the UK as well. But it shows the clear double standard. It shows what people can get away with depending on what you're vandalizing. How does any of this make any sense? If you're going to apply one thing to somebody, you've got to apply it to everybody. You can't just ignore people because, oh, they're protesting for something that all the leftists are protesting for. But that's what we're seeing. There's one rule for one person and one rule for everybody else. But here is video footage of somebody calling this a hate crime.
Just saw this group of teenagers deliberately making marks and scratch marks with their Lime scooters, just all around.
Several witnesses confronted the group and called police.
We're not going to sit by as we watch people deliberately commit a hate crime, right in the middle of downtown.
After looking at security footage, officers arrested 3 teenagers. 2 are minors and 1 is 19-year-old Ruslan Turco.
You are charged with 1 count malicious mischief.
Turco had his first appearance in court this afternoon. The judge released him under the condition he doesn't go near the crosswalk or the other teenagers. Prosecutors, though, had asked the judge to set a $15,000 bond since that's how much it costs to repaint the mural.
The community really came together to raise the money for them to be able to do it before the parade on Saturday.
Now this vandalism just hours after that repaint and only a few weeks after someone else set fire to the mural.
It sucks to be reminded in moments like this that there are still people out there that, have hate in their hearts for other people, so yeah.
But Kaylee wants everyone to know the love outweighs the hate here on Howard and through the entire city.
Man, what a time we're in. As you heard the woman say, if she does identify as a woman, I don't want to get into trouble for assuming here. But it won't only be her, it will also be the MSM who will label it a hate crime, right? But when it comes to people spraying graffiti on US monuments and more, and then with BLM as well, back in the day, it was all peaceful, right? Anyway, let's head over to Huntington, West Virginia, because another Pride mural was plastered all over the road, as Libs of TikTok goes on to report. This Pride crosswalk just went up in Huntington, West Virginia. If you dare drive over or scooter on this public road and leave marks, you can be arrested and face felony charges. But you're allowed to vandalize American monuments and nothing will happen to you. And let's zoom in on this. I don't even know what that's meant to mean. You could just imagine previous generations walking through a portal in 2024 and seeing all of that and going, "The fuck is this shit?" But now breaking news. Barely 3 days after being installed, tire marks were left on the Pride crosswalk and Pride mural that was painted in the middle of the road in Huntington, West Virginia. The police say they are investigating and are working with Huntington Pride to repair it, and let's just see what went down.
Good evening, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Pat Simon.
And I'm Amanda Barron. An investigation is underway after a video was posted on social media of a truck driver doing burnouts on an LGBTQ+ street mural.
This happened last night in the city of Huntington. 13 News reporter Lane Ball spoke with people who saw that video, and he joins us now with their reaction.
The mural here at the corner of 10th Street and 4th Avenue appears to have tire marks that were left behind after a truck was doing burnouts on the crosswalk last night. Now that was actually caught on video. And take a look at this.
It was honestly, I was just filled with disappointment.
Our community has been targeted a lot, and it's something that we're used to.
The mural was painted by more than 100 people over the weekend, and Huntington Pride President Allie Lehman says it represents more than just the LGBTQ+ community.
The artist's intent for the jewel is that the jewel is made up of many facets, shapes, sizes, textures, and they all come together as one resilient piece of the community, and that's what we are.
The Huntington Police Department says they are aware of the video and they are investigating the incident. So far, no further details have been released, but those who saw the video and also witnessed it firsthand are saying defacing anything is just unacceptable.
I think he should be brought back out here and repainted himself. I think if you're going to go out and destroy something, you should be held responsible, and there should be repercussions for that, and yeah.
And while Lehman says this kind of behavior is disheartening.
Just like the jewel in the background, we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep getting stronger.
I mean, I think we can all agree this person really wanted to make a statement with that one, didn't they? I think they could have saved their tires a little bit. Perhaps they had a bad day at work, argument with their partner, and saw the rainbow on the road and took out their frustrations. But it just shows there's only one rainbow road a lot of people remotely liked, and that was the one in Mario Kart, and even that one caused a lot of frustration. Let's just keep the rainbows off the road, yeah? But I'm sure after they finish the investigation, the person will get a hefty fine, a criminal record, whilst there are really bad criminals walking around doing things and not getting caught. Strange. Leftists and liberals will get more mad over somebody putting tire marks on a Pride mural than people, looting and all of the stuff I've spoken about. Because to them, people are looting and committing all these crimes because of white privilege. That's what some of them will say, right? And these leftists will go, oh, it's because of white privilege and white supremacy they're looting. Yeah, they have to be allowed to. And one thing I don't understand with these Pride murals, that are on the road, over time, eventually, they're going to get tire marks on them anyway. So I guess it's only a hate crime if you intentionally do it. But if there are tire marks on them and it wasn't intentional, what if someone walks in and goes, oh my gosh, somebody put tire marks on the Pride mural. We need to investigate this. It's very odd. But it's also wrong as well how the people get treated who do, quote unquote, vandalize these Pride murals compared to, the people who do vandalize US monuments by spraying graffiti on them, etc., etc. And they do a lot of things, but nothing happens there. But, teens can ride their e-scooters on a Pride mural and they could face 10 years, up to 10 years in jail, apparently. I mean, come on now. Leave your thoughts down below anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on this stuff. What are your thoughts on these Pride murals as we see getting vandalized more and more? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out.